do the work for us behind the scenes every day. It truly takes a village.
All right, and that will get started. We'll go to Nathan Liu.
Amber, with the status of labor talks with so many free agents, with an expansion draft, do you have any idea what this offseason might eat?
It's toxic. We are hearing reports of a massive internal conflict that has finally spilled over into the public eye, and it all centers around a single piece of marketing. The Indiana Fever general manager, Lynn Dunn, has reportedly confirmed what the whispers have been saying for weeks. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert is absolutely livid, but she's not mad about a scandal or a crime. She is allegedly raging over a commercial, a simple 30-second spot featuring Caitlin Clark, that has reportedly caused a meltdown at the highest levels of the WNBA. Why? Because that commercial didn't just sell shoes or sports drinks. It sold a narrative that threatens to destroy the carefully crafted hierarchy of women's basketball. It sent a message that the league is no longer in charge. Caitlin Clark is. For months, we've seen the hard fouls, the jealous comments from veterans, and the bizarre officiating. But this new development changes the game. We are no longer looking at a simple sports rivalry. We are witnessing a corporate civil war. The Fever GM is drawing a line in the sand, protecting her star asset against a league regime that seems terrified of its own savior. Today, we are going to expose the real reason the commissioner is panicking, the hidden details in the commercial that sparked the rage, and the sabotage theory that is becoming impossible to ignore. Buckle up, because the truth is about to get ugly. To understand the rage, you have to understand the visuals that triggered it. When a superstar lands a deal with a giant like Nike, Wilson, or Gatorade, the standard procedure is simple. Show them playing, show them winning, and slap a logo on it. But Clark's new marketing campaign didn't follow the rules. It didn't just highlight her talent, it mythologized her. The framing of the commercial allegedly rubbed the old guard of the WNBA the wrong way because it portrayed Clark not just as a part of the league, but as an entity above the league. Insiders suggested the specific imagery used. Shots of empty gyms suddenly filling, the visual metaphor of a dead sport coming to life solely because of her arrival, was interpreted by the league office as a direct insult. It was seen as erasing 27 years of history. To the commissioner, who has been working tirelessly to push the parity narrative that the WNBA is a collection of 144 equal stars, this commercial was a slap in the face. It destroyed the team-first messaging in 30 seconds flat. This isn't just about ego. It's about branding. The WNBA wants to sell the shield, the orange and white logo. They want you to be a fan of the league. This commercial tells the audience that the shield doesn't matter. Only the player does. It's a dangerous shift for a league that has struggled for relevance. If the fans are only loyal to Caitlin, what happens when she retires? Or worse, what happens if she decides she's bigger than the WNBA? This commercial was the first public declaration that Clark's brand has officially eclipsed the league she plays in. And for the executives in New York, that is a terrifying realization. Let's dive into the mind of Kathy Engelbert to really grasp why this is happening. She comes from the corporate world. She was the CEO of Deloitte. She thinks in terms of systems, sustainability, and equity. Since day one, her strategy has been to lift all boats. She wants to market Aya Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and the rookies equally. She wants a diversified portfolio of stars, but the market doesn't care about diversified portfolios. The market wants a superhero, and Caitlin Clark is that superhero. The tension comes from the fact that Engelbert cannot control the narrative anymore. When she sees a commercial that focuses 100% on Clark as the chosen one, it undermines her authority. Reports suggest that Engelbert has been privately fuming that the media partners and sponsors are ignoring the other 143 players. She feels that this Clark-centric marketing is disrespectful to the legends of the game. But here is the brutal reality. The parity model wasn't working. The league was losing money for decades. This is where the rage comes from. It's the frustration of a CEO realizing that her business strategy has been hijacked by a 22-year-old rookie from Iowa. Engelbert is trying to hold on to the wheel, but the car is already speeding down the highway driven by Clark's fan base. The Fever GM, Lynn Dunn, sees this clearly. She knows that you don't dim a light that bright just to make the other lights look better. And this philosophical disagreement is what has led to the friction we are seeing today. The commissioner wants a choir. The world wants a soloist. Enter Lynn Dunn. If you don't know who she is, you need to understand that she is not someone you mess with. She is a legend in women's basketball, a coach with decades of experience, and a woman who has zero patience for politics. When she took the job as the Fever GM, she knew what she was getting into. She knew drafting Clark would bring a circus, but she didn't expect the circus to be run by the league office. Sources close to the situation imply that Dunn has reached her breaking point. The confirmation of the commissioner's anger isn't just a leak. It's a strategic move by Dunn, letting this information get out. She is exposing the hypocrisy of the league. She is essentially saying, look, my player is saving your league, and you're mad about her commercial. It's a power move. Dunn is fiercely protective of her players, and she sees the way Clark is being treated both by opposing players on the court and by the executives often as unacceptable. There are rumors that the league has tried to pressure the Fever to spread the love in their local marketing, to feature other players more prominently to avoid alienating teammates. Dunn has reportedly shut that down. She understands that professional sports is a business, and in this business, Clark is the CEO. The fact that the GM is now openly acknowledging the tension with the commissioner suggests that the gloves are off. We are moving past the passive-aggressive stage and entering a full-blown Cold War between the Indiana Fever and the WNBA headquarters. We have to follow the money because that is where the real hurt feelings are. This commercial represents a massive payday for Clark, likely in the 7 or 8-figure range. Now, compare that to her WNBA rookie salary, which is capped around $76,000. This discrepancy is arguably the most embarrassing statistic for the WNBA commissioner. When a player makes 50 times her salary from a single sponsor, the league loses all leverage over her. If the WNBA fines Clark, she can pay it with a change in her car. If they threaten to suspend her, the ratings tank and the league loses millions. The commercial highlights this financial absurdity. It reminds everyone that the WNBA as a business is failing to pay its star what she is worth. This financial independence is what enrages the establishment. They are used to players who need the league to survive. They are used to players who will toe the company line because they need that paycheck. Clark doesn't need them. She plays because she loves the game, not because she needs a WNBA paycheck, and that independence makes her dangerous to the status quo. Every time a commercial like this airs, it highlights the league salary gap compared to Clark's value, creating public pressure and humiliation. The rage isn't just at the top, it trickles down to the locker rooms. Veterans who spent years overseas grinding for a living may feel resentment seeing a rookie treated like a superstar, which fuels hard fouls, physical play, and jealousy on the court. The league's attempt to suppress Clark or cool things down won't work. Lynn Dunn knows her player faces a hostile environment every night, and by confirming the commissioner's anger, she signals to fans that the league is jealous and not protecting her. Rumors even suggest the league's bias could influence officiating, with non-calls and tough play creating a subtle sabotage. The commercial exposed a rift. The WNBA, the fans want to watch versus the WNBA, the commissioner wants to control. Media figures like Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee are calling out the league, reinforcing Clark's dominance. Corporate giants like Nike amplify her influence, with a $28 million deal, making her a global brand the WNBA cannot compete with. This situation highlights the power imbalance, the limits of the parity model, and the growing superstar economy that challenges the league structure. Clark broke the system, and the Fever GM confirms it. The commercial isn't just marketing, it's a declaration of independence. I am here and I am a show. The commissioner can fight the wave and risk alienating the largest fan base in women's sports, or adapt to the reality that the WNBA is changing beyond one season. This affects the collective bargaining agreement, upcoming player negotiations, and potentially the entire financial model of the league. Clark's success sets a new precedent, challenges solidarity, and proves that loyalty only goes so far. She doesn't need the league. The league needs her. The power shift is unprecedented, and every action, ad, or endorsement now exposes the league's vulnerability. Gatekeeping culture is being rewritten. Veterans can no longer dictate the rules, and the Clark era is forcing the WNBA to confront a new reality.